Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here to do the air sign readings, and this will be for the lovely sign of Libra. Okay Libra, we're going to use the Gilded Tarot Royale for your reading. Before we go any further, thank you so much for your support, your love and your kindness. It never goes unnoticed. Thank you. Please keep in mind that these readings are only general, so they may not resonate with you. Sometimes they can feel like a personal story. I watched a reading, I'm watching very, very few lately, but I watched one about maybe 2 weeks ago, and oh my goodness, it couldn't have been more accurate for me. I felt like it was a personal reading. So sometimes it happens that way. Actually, the person I watched even named everything down to the star signs, the descriptions, everything. It was really quite, I don't want to say unnerving, but it was really quite spooky. But anyway, Spirit has a way of moving in that direction. So if the reading doesn't resonate with you, make sure that you check out other aspects of your natal chart. But please give me a thumbs up if the reading does resonate. Okay. Let's see what's going on for Libra in the next week. Okay, so Four of Cups. I actually really like the Four of Cups in this deck, because in the other decks, this person that the cup is being offered to looks so cheesed off. Like they really want nothing to do with that cup at all. The card talks about boredom or ennui, like, you know, just repeating things over and over and just feeling so dissatisfied with what's coming through. In this particular card, he's actually looking, or she is actually looking at the cup that's being offered, which sort of says to me that this is a slightly different energy, and I know I'm drawn to certain decks for this reason. But in this particular deck, I'm feeling like you're being offered something here, Libra, that has piqued your interest. So in the other decks, while I see you looking bored, your arms are folded, your energy's closed down, you're actually really focused on these cups. This energy in this cup is slightly different. It's like you are interested, you're not really sure why, but something has got your juices flowing here. All right, so the Eight of Swords is a card that talks about being stuck in your own head. This person could quite easily free themselves from this energy. Their bindings are not even tight. So this implies that you're being stuck in some way of thinking that you're not releasing yourself from. And this can very often denote like the energy of victim mentality, being stuck in a way of thinking that really doesn't serve you. Now, there is something about this energy. Okay, all right, we have a King of Cups here, and I'm about to say I feel like this is relating to a person. And I feel like if you've got Aquarius in your chart, I'm getting very similar energy coming through here. It's like you haven't had an offer from someone, and you've been waiting on the offer, wondering when it's going to come, and wondering if it is still coming to you. And I feel like here, before you were looking for the cup and you weren't seeing what you wanted to, but now you're looking at the cup, and there's some indication that something is happening here. You are still questioning whether something is happening, because we do have the King of Cups here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and this is whoever this is for you. This is the person you are waiting on. I feel like you're ready. Oh my goodness, are you ready? You know what, it's really funny. I got these two out together in another deck the other day. I feel like you're waiting for a divine masculine, and if you're a divine masculine energy, you're waiting for a divine feminine. Nothing surer. Whoever this person is has either not been in contact with you, or you've had very little contact with them, because you've got into a bit of a headspace of wondering what's happening and whether it's still happening here. Wow, the tower is about to fall, the devil is about to visit, and you are getting an offer here that's going to lead to some sort of decision around a new beginning. All right. There is a real big energy here that something that's going to sort of knock you off your feet is coming in here. This is the energy of something coming to you that either you didn't expect or you haven't seen coming. But when I look at it, I think you were expecting it. So it's like you've been anticipating it or wondering about it or trying to work out if it's still happening. But I feel like when it does happen, it's going to stir up so much there with the Tower and the Devil energy that it's going to be quite shocking. I'm not sure whether the Tower says that this person is coming in, but the offer you're getting is somehow distorted with that Devil energy. But let's get into the reading a bit more. Because I wonder when I see those energies, if somebody's coming back in that you saw as your person, but they're presenting in a way that you don't remember them. And we've talked about this a lot. I have with other people who identify as twin flames. You've done so much work on yourself in the meantime. You have changed yourself. You have worked on your inner child. You have released your limiting beliefs. All this work has freed you up from the person you used to be. So what happens if somebody returns to you and they've done no healing? And this has already happened in some of the twin flame energies that I've been working with. So your person comes in, they're still in codependent energy, they're still needy, desperate, whatever. And they're looking for healing now, and you've already done all of your healing. So it's sort of like this energy, would you be prepared to work with that person? Because you can't fix them, you've already done all the work. You don't want to be getting back into some sort of energy of trying to fix other people when you've understood where you are on your journey yourself. So would it still be the same? You have communication coming in here with the Eight of Wands. So I do feel your person is getting in touch with you here. Definitely. All right, we have the Nine of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. You are definitely questioning yourself here. I feel like you've wanted something for so long. You've been so desiring something for such a long time. But now you're querying here whether it's really what you want. Which is exactly the energy I've got coming through. So the Nine of Swords says to me, you've been spending a lot of time wondering if this was real, whether it was coming, whether it was a dream for you, excuse me. But you've been manifesting with the Seven of Pentacles, but it's like now it's on your doorstep and you have communication. You've gone into this Queen of Swords energy. You're trying to look for some sort of clarity here. You're trying to understand if this is what you wanted now. It's really very interesting energy, and I guess it poses something to all of us. If your person hasn't done the work, although they're showing in the Emperor energy, which would make you think they have done the work. If they've done the work, then they're meeting you eye to eye. But there's still this energy of not being sure of what you're being presented with here. Five of Wands, yeah, definitely conflict, inner conflict. Maybe your person hasn't let go of something here. Three of Pentacles. Wow, this is Five of Swords. Like, this is the energy that we all feel on this journey, where you're trying to separate from the energy or the soul contract you have with someone. And it is very, very difficult to dissolve that energy. You can do a lot of different things to cut those ties, to cut those cords, and it is very, very hard. So if you have a good psychological perspective of this, you would understand Stockholm Syndrome and trauma bonds, and how well they are established. And if somebody stops talking to you or stops communicating with you, then of course your own psyche goes into overdrive trying to it's almost like you try to fix it, you try to repair it, because your soul is still struggling with the rejection. And I feel that you start to realize then that after a little while that actually you're the one that needs the healing, because the pain of this is so great that you barely feel that you can breathe. So you go into this huge healing state. And in amongst all that, you try desperately hard here to cut the connection with this person. And I see you trying to do that here. You may have walked away from this person. You may have questioned the connection. And if this person is stonewalling you, then it will cause you to question the rejection or the breakdown here more than anybody else would. So I see you getting into quite a dither. But then I see you sort of, it's like you come out of that and you start to do the work that you need to do. So you may have walked away from the energy, you may have tried to disconnect or cut this energy off. So I feel like you've done a lot of work here. And now you've manifested this person back in, and you're questioning here whether you still want this person in your life. Now, is it that you don't want this person in your life because you've cut the cords? I very much doubt it, because I do feel that they are very difficult to sever. But is this person the person that you see yourself with now you've done all the healing? So if you've let go of codependency, limited thinking, anxious behavior, negative thinking, all of those things, and somebody is presenting in a very different energy, do you still feel the same? Is the love you have for them still unconditional? Because I have no cups here at all. All right, let's see where we're going. Oh, then we get the Queen of Cups. How very interesting. All right, 7 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. There is love here. There is love here, but I feel like the love that you feel for this person isn't the same that you felt before. Can you rebuild? Absolutely, because we have the 6 of Pentacles here. So there's a possibility you may still want to put energy into this situation and rebuild what the two of you had together. For others of you here, I feel that you are feeling such a sense of self-love here, you may just want to walk away from this and just put it down to experience. Because what I see here is, despite the fact that I have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups, there is a very strong energy here that you are looking at this from a more logical perspective than what you did before. So I feel like your person is still in the energy of where they were, and you're in a brand new energy here where you're looking at things completely differently. All right, let's see if we can work a little bit more on this. I feel that you are pretty interested in that cup, though. I feel that somehow or another you've been wondering when this person would return. I do have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, and I do have the Emperor, Empress. I do feel that the pair of you probably had an incredibly good connection. I do feel this person is coming in to give you some sort of offer, but there is something about this offer, there is something about this situation that is not quite hitting the mark where it needs to be. You're either concerned about something about this person or concerned about what healing they've done or where they're up to on their journey, because something doesn't quite sit right with you, and now you're making a decision on whether you want to take a leap of faith with this person or not. Very, very different energy. So it's interesting that when you're talking to people, you start to see these things and you start to question these things, and then they start coming up in the reading and you think, Spirit has been talking to me about this along the way, and if this was the outcome to this situation, how would I view this? But because I'm a twin flame and part of the whole collective, I guess you're all thinking the same thing at the moment, or if you're not, you will be soon. You'll be starting to question if this is the right person for you. You'll be questioning the love you had for that person, and you will be questioning whether or not you want to resume this connection that you had, or whether you've grown so much it doesn't meet your needs anymore. And maybe that's another test. Who knows? It may be some sort of test that Spirit is putting you through to see whether you have grown or not. But I feel like with that Devil energy, something's still not sitting right with this connection. It always makes me feel like you might have been dealing with someone who was extremely self-centered, who maybe has not moved away from that energy. Let's have a look. 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. There you go. You've got love here. Chariot card coming through. You could be dealing with a Cancer. 3 of Cups. Perhaps somebody who was in a marriage. Yeah, someone had to leave a marriage here with the Page of Swords. Something had to be cut out. Whoever this person is moving back towards you with this cup of love. I feel very strongly, though, you're going to be rethinking whether this is the right situation for you now. I don't feel like you feel the same way or that you trust it, but that would make sense if you've done a lot of work on yourself, because you would have understood love in a very different way. So it sort of seems to me that your level of self-love now, chop wood, how interesting. Your level of self-love now has got you in a sort of energy of questioning what you want. Because now I see this and I think, do you now want to be by yourself? Have you been by yourself for such a long time that you're not really wanting to heal someone else? That would make a lot of sense. Okay, this is about being grounded in everyday experience and humility. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Considering why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom, the mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you even closer to what you seek. Now that makes a whole lot of sense to me here. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. So was what you were feeling for this person in the first place attachment rather than love? And now you've healed the love. Does it still feel the same for you? I have a feeling for some of you it will not feel the same, but you still have an opportunity to rebuild something with this person. Do you choose them? I'll leave you with it. Thank you.